I actually went and got myself some Fiji. I couldn't speak towards the end of that last one. Hi, how are you? My name is Angel. Thank you for coming back for part 2 of 10 fragrances under 10,000 shillings. Hold on, let me screw the cap back on. Okay. My cells are like, yay! Ooh, John, not me breaking up. Can't do that. Where were we? We had just done Michael Kors, which was Intense White Floral. So, next in that same category, Intense White Sexy Floral fragrance, Mugler, Alien, Essence Absolue, Eau de Parfum Intense. Listen. Linda, honey, listen. This right here, underrated grossly. This is my second bottle of this. I will say when it comes, it's much more golden. It's perhaps a closer color to this, maybe a little bit deeper than that. But it's a very photosensitive fragrance. And I think it's the vanilla. Yes, there's a vanilla fragrance in my lineup. I know, I don't really like vanilla, in case you're new here. Most vanillas smell a little bit childish, a little bit like cupcakes. Like, am I 6 years old? No, I'm not, Vanilla doesn't always hit the spot for me. And I just don't think every vanilla is created equal, so I'm finicky with vanilla. This, however, is a vanilla I can get down with. This is vanilla and white floral. Deep vanilla. This is not vanilla essence, okay? This is like a oh God, if you give her time to waft in the air, it's over. Oh, honey, oh. Okay, sorry, I just needed a moment. Oh. She's here. Beautiful. Okay, so you have a deep, dark Madagascan vanilla. Just not sweet, more vanilla. Like, if you smell an actual vanilla bean, vanilla itself is not actually sugary sweet. Vanilla is like a sweet spice, if you know what I mean. If you smell the vanilla bean or a vanilla pod, this is that, like, authentic, like, proper vanilla, okay? Like, not cupcake vanilla. Gorgeous. Beautiful white florals, deep, jasmine-y, kind of heavy, like when jasmine has been in the sun all day and then it blooms around sunset, like night blooming jasmine, like it's really giving a lot of this shimmy, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Beautiful, very adult. I'd say quite sensual, not like risque, not like inappropriately sexy, but very, very, very sensual. You know the stockings that have the line up the back, So if you get mesh stockings with that line, that seam up the back, that's what she's giving. She's giving a pencil skirt, snatched. The stockings with a line up the back. She wears nice pumps. They're lubes, of course. With the red bottom. She crosses her legs real easy. Everything's just real easy. She glides around. Sensual, okay? Sensual. Beautiful. Beautiful fragrance, highly underrated. I don't know why nobody talks. Not enough people talk about Essence Absolue. Not at all a daytime fragrance. You probably want to save it for evenings and, dates maybe. But can do cooler days, but like the vibes need to match. You know what I mean? Don't like shortchange her and have her in the house in a M-Pesa t-shirt. Like, don't do that to her. She likes to be out, and like do her hair and give you a little bit of wing liner. That's when she like don't. Let's go into powdery, musky, ladylike, clean. That's the name of the category. We're talking about powdery fragrances, which I believe tend to be very ladylike, very classically ladylike, I'd say. There's two that I want to talk about. One I've talked about before on this channel, I think more than once. Calvin Klein, Eternity Intense. It's just, she's actually, I mean, look what I've done. Look what I've done. Rare for me. I mean, okay. All right, girl. Beautiful. Very, 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 very powdery. But like not like a grandma powder. She's like an updated, quite modern, timeless powder. I feel like this is one of those rare fragrances that's musky, but doesn't ever get. I mean, sometimes musky fragrances can get a little nasty after a while. Like, not every musky fragrance wears very well, you know? This remains very clean white musk, very, very showered less than 2 hours ago. Clean, musky, because musky usually tends to smell like skin. It's an animalic scent, historically from the glands of deer. They don't do that anymore. Most musks now are chemically, artificially manufactured, as are most fragrances that are made in the current perfume market. Most things are not naturally sourced. Because why are we killing deer for perfume? That's intense and a lot. In smelling like skin, of course, skin can smell like many things, depending on what you've been up to. Right, girl? Skin can smell like freshly showered. Skin can smell like fresh out the bed, girl. Skin can smell like just from the gym, like freshly sweaty, which I feel like doesn't smell the same as old sweat. Skin can also smell like old sweat, Skin can smell like many things. This really gives clean, very clean skin, and maintains that throughout the wear. So you get that kind of, I've showered less than 2 hours ago, cleanliness. That powder is very clean, but not quite fresh. It's kind of clean and sweet. Let me just... Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's kind of the coloring is quite good. I feel like it's clean and clear, crisp, but also kind of dark, right? Kind of a little bit. Ooh la la. She might be up to something. She might be up to something. Who knows? But quite clean. I would recommend this a lot for an office setup, because not every fragrance behaves very well with air conditioning. And I feel like typically for the office, when I worked in corporate and I was going to the office every day, I wanted something that wore quite well and remained quite clean smelling, fresh smelling, but didn't get abrasive under AC. So great office choice. And another great office choice is Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. I'm recommending this one specifically over any other Narciso Rodriguez fragrance that I own, simply because I think this is probably the most friendly to everybody. The one I like the most is for her, Pink Bottle Tall, for her Eau de Parfum. But this, I think, is probably the most versatile. It's very, very measured, like very, 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 very measured, very accurate, very, like almost, how in the office you make a lot of effort about presenting yourself one way. I think most of us women have to really measure the way we present ourselves. You can't be too emotional. You also can't be too cold. It's a very curated perfume, very measured. A woman that can wear white without messing it up. Okay, she will drop nothing on it. She's not going to drop soup on it. She's not going to drop makeup on it. She's not going to drop, like, a woman that wears white well. Do you know how much effort it takes to effortlessly wear white? That kind of woman. Very, very, like almost clean and powdery, like a very well curated lady like image. Like, I have worked very well to carve out my ladylike, capable image. She's the woman that gets the corner office. Tell you that. corner office, because it's, you know, there's a lot of office fragrances that I like quite a, my taste runs the gamut. There are fragrances that are powerful to the point of like bitchiness, like Chanel 19 can get a little bit like cold, like the vibe can be a little bit cold. You could wear Juicy Couture or something or other to the office. Would it give off the most capable corner office impression? I don't know. That's a matter of opinion. This to me smells like the woman that has found that perfect balance. It's all an act. It's an act. She's freaking nuts outside the office, but in the office she's balanced that image where she in a terrible patriarchal misogynist world, she's found the balance between women still liking her, she's still warm and a girl's girl, and men respecting her because she's still very capable. And do you know what I'm saying? You worked in corporate, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna move on before I hurt my own feelings. Those were good office recommendations for in my opinion. And then I'm gonna recommend two specifically date night fragrances. They're very different from each other, but I'll explain why. The first one might surprise you. Modern Muse Le Rouge Gloss. I very much like the original Modern Muse, and most of the flankers I could give a take. This is this one she's a little minx. This color, this is a very provocative color. This smells like the color. If you've smelled La Petite Robe Noire by Guerlain, this comes close. La Petite Robe Noire, if you don't know, is French for little black dress. It's a fragrance by Guerlain that is cherry heavy. It's like a dark cherries kind of fragrance. This is very similar. I will say that the cherry in this is not as problematic. It's much closer to Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, dare I say. You know, perish the thought, but actually very similar to the cherry in Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I'd say this is somewhat brighter. I mean, it's hard to achieve that kind of Lost Cherry balance between like bright cherries or like fruity and dark, you know? It's a difficult balance to achieve. This comes close, though I'd say brighter. Cherries, dark cherries. The episode of Sex and the City with the date with the Russian, okay? The episode of Sex and the City with the date with the Russian. You know what? I will link that episode. I'll try and find a direct link to that episode on Showmax and put it in the description box. You just need to watch that episode of Carrie on the date with the Russian, Alexander Petrovsky. Oh my God, that man had me in a chokehold. I was kind of like, big who? Who is big? Leave big alone. Let's go to Paris with the Russian. Like, I was team Russian for a while. Sidetracked. This smells like that date. A little bit mysterious, kind of playful. Like the exchange was quite playful, like surface level flirting, because there was a bit of that language barrier. So like cute, like flirtatious, quite sexy. It seems like impending, like something's gonna happen. It's like that, okay? That's what this fragrance smells like. It's very date night. I like it for date night, especially, you know, the early dates before it gets too intense. There's that kind of tongue-in-cheek when you're still kind of doing a little bit of banter, a little bit, you know, is there a banana in your pocket and you just happy to see me? You know, like, you know, in the beginning, that kind of lighthearted, tense, back and forth. That's what this smells like, girl. It's very, 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 very date night friendly. I really like this fragrance, actually. She's the reason I've held off on buying Lost Cherry by Tom Ford, if I'm honest. Though now I'm feeling like I will. I don't. If we get into the way I think about buying fragrances, we'll be here all day. And the other one that I need to mention, I've talked about severally on my channel, on my Instagram, just on Jumia. Versace's Crystal Noir. People talk a lot about the other fragrances in this line. The yellow diamond and the bright crystal, the yellow one and the pink one, which I just find so unremarkable. They settle down to that vague, I wash my hair with fruity shampoo scent. That, you know what I mean? That kind of, nice. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but like, what is this? Please give me perfume. You know? This is perfume, darling. This is, how have I never gotten, like, so many years I've owned this fragrance. This is how many bottles in. And actually this is running out. I have an open one from Jumia that I bought a couple months ago. Has it even been a month? This is running out. I need to open the other one. I'll link it actually on Jumia if you're interested. Dark, kind of gothic, kind of vampires, kind of, you know, gothic in that vampire way. Gardenia, but quite dark, like if you can imagine a black gardenia, like a dark purple gardenia, like that. Versace themselves call this color viola, which I think is beautiful. A beautiful, like, even the sound of a violin, a bit morose, a bit emotional, a bit dark, a bit gothic. Give me Victorian, you know? I feel like it's quite a Victorian gardenia, kind of old school gothic castles that seem uninhabited, but people live there, you know, the dark. And then coconut. It's the most unexpected thing. I feel like this fragrance would be kind of a basic, trying to be sexy and dark and mysterious fragrance that doesn't quite achieve it, as many fragrances fail to do. That coconut kind of gives it like a, oh, what's that? I think the coconut is the pièce de résistance here. It is it's like the cornerstone of this fragrance, because it gives it like a little, like a, you know, like a, oh. Oh. If you had to write that down, Angel, what would you say? It gives it a, it kind of gives it a uniqueness, and that's a lazy way to express that. It makes it remarkable. Like, it kind of stands out because it's vampires on the beach. Vampires on the beach. You can't imagine it, you know? Think of the Cullens on a trip to the beach. It's like sex, you know, that Edward and Bella. First of all, if we get into Twilight, I'm going to trigger myself because I don't know why I spent time on it, but that Edward and Bella constant danger kind of romance, you know? Constant danger, physical, mortal, fatal danger, and they're on the beach. It really is that kind of beautiful, great to wear to a risky date, because it kind of puts you in that kind of that mood. That, who knows? Who really knows what might happen here? That kind of, you know what? You know, sometimes you leave for a date, and you know you're gonna be home by 7 and on the phone with your girlfriends, telling them how you were off man and you're getting cats tomorrow. Then sometimes you're going on a date and you're just like, I don't know, I might have his babies, you know? Like, this could go a number of ways. Like, the texting has been fire, the banter is crazy, he calls me every night at 10 to say goodnight, and it does this voice on the phone. It's just, you know, so you're like, the anticipation is just, I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to develop a character. Great for a risky date. I feel like it's one of those, this could really go either way. You could ruin everything, or we might have babies. You know? Have I said anything? Gardenia, coconut, tuberose, a bit of patchouli. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. I'm done. I don't know where all this energy came from. I swear this is just Fiji. But then, as we know, once I get into talking about fragrance, I be getting crazy with it. I gotta go because I don't want this video to get too long. Thanks for watching again. God bless you, love you, mean it. Bye.